Alexandra Breckenridge is one of the most successful actresses of all time after her role in the popular show Virgin River. But like most actors are, she's a little more hush-hush with how she spends her money. However, after a little bit of research, we found exactly how Alexandra Breckenridge spends her millions. First, we will look into her luxurious estate. Alexandra Breckenridge, along with her husband and 2 children, lives in a private estate near Atlanta, Georgia. Like most people that lived in LA, Alexandra loved the city, but once she actually started living there, she realized the city was just not for her. The pressure of keeping up with the trends and the hustle and bustle of living in a city seemed like too much for Alexandra. That's why she decided to change up the environment for her own children. She said that she wanted her children to have the space to play and cycle around, which is something that she didn't have. When she first moved into her house, she described it as a very traditional 90s house with neutral colors, but she said that she ended up renovating the entire place to make it more suitable for her and her family. Instead of going with just one thing, she decided to mix a bunch of different styles up to create a boho chic house that's perfectly suited to her own individual style. Other than Alexandra, her mother actually helped her design the house too, since she's an interior designer herself. While Alexandra never had a house tour or really did that much to show off the house, she has posted some pictures of the house on her Instagram account. From the looks of it, the house has a luxurious gray aesthetic. She also has a huge garden that's filled with flowers and all kinds of plants. And she even invested in her own darkroom. Other than being an actress and a voiceover actress, Alexandra is also a passionate photographer. She told Collider back in 2011 that photography was the only way she got to express her feelings, and that it's the only time she feels fully in control. That's why she ended up making her own darkroom in her house, where she develops all the pictures she's taken from start to finish. Plus, her being in a more secluded and private area gives her all the freedom she could possibly need to take all the creative photos she wants. Her passion for photography actually started off when she was just a teenager, and she would spend all night developing black and white pictures. But things weren't all rainbows and sunshine for Alexandra as a photographer. She revealed that she'd almost quit being a photographer over 4 times after things didn't go the way she wanted to. So, how much is she worth? Now that you know where Alexandra lives, you're probably wondering what her net worth is, considering she's able to afford all this comfortably. As of 2022, Alexandra Breckenridge's estimated worth is over $2.2 million, thanks to her successful acting career. She's said to be earning around $600 every single day, so she's only getting richer every day, and before we know it, she'll probably be $1 million richer. Alexandra will probably only get bigger since she's already playing roles from some of the most famous shows, like Virgin River and The Walking Dead. On top of that, she's rumored to be working on another TV show, which will only add to her already ever-growing net worth. She actually started working as a teenager. Even though Alexandra is an extremely successful actress today, with millions of dollars in her bank, things weren't always this way for her. She started off her career when she was barely 18, with a small role in a comedy series called Freaks and Geeks. She played Shelley Weaver, who was one of the many students who were part of Mathletes from William McKinley High School. Even though she was just a guest actress on this show, she ended up getting a lot of recognition for this, and even landed bigger roles later on. She moved to LA when she was basically a kid. Ever since Alexandra was a kid, she'd always wanted to be an actress, and she even studied acting at her school in Connecticut. So her mother decided to move to Los Angeles when Alexandra was just a teenager, so that she could pursue her dream of becoming an actress. Even though she and her family did end up moving out for a while, they ended up coming back to California after Alexandra got a few roles. In the end, her mother's decision to move to California is what helped her become the actress that she is today and play roles in a lot bigger shows like The Walking Dead. However, it seems the actress didn't actually like living the big city life, since now she lives in a secluded estate with her family. She even works as a voiceover actress. While everyone knows that Alexandra is an actress, what many of her fans don't know is that she's actually a voice actress too. Since she changes up her voice so much when she's voice acting, almost no one recognizes that it's actually Alexandra Breckenridge that's talking. While she's voice acted many characters, her most famous roles were probably the ones she did on Family Guy. She actually had many roles in the show of completely different characters, which showed off her versatility as a voiceover actress. According to Alexandra, when she auditioned for a guest voice, the creator of Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane, loved the sound of her voice, which is why he ended up giving her even more roles to play on the show. Other than Family Guy, she's also taken on multiple roles on other Seth MacFarlane shows called Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy and American Dad. Alexandra actually mentioned that she loves voice acting because she can express herself however she wants without caring about how she looks at the moment, which is a big change from being a regular actress for her. Next, she has tons of tattoos. If you're just a casual fan of Alexandra and have only seen her on TV, you might not have even noticed that she actually has a bunch of tattoos all over her body, but she has to cover them up with makeup for most of her roles. One of her biggest tattoos is the flowered N she has on her back, which could be about something or someone close to her. Another tattoo she has is the crouching fairy near her calf and a spider on her big toe. Other than that, she also has a bunch of tiny tattoos all over her body. Just like with photography, Alexandra probably sees her tattoos in a similar way, where she can't properly express herself. However, she's never publicly talked about them, so the meaning behind them is a complete mystery. Her husband is Casey Hooper. Alexandra is married to Casey Hooper, who's actually the lead guitarist for Katy Perry. The two first met at the Grammys after party in California, and Hooper was on tour with Katy and the rest of her crew. The two then started dating and tied the knot back in 2015. Unlike her dramatic relationships on her TV shows, Alexandra's relationship with her husband is quite private, and they enjoy a quiet life far away from the media. A year later in 2016, the couple had their first son, Jack, and had their second child, Billie, in 2017. She's also Michael Weatherly's niece. Something that almost no one knows about is that Alexandra is actually the niece of Michael Weatherly. Weatherly is well known for his role as Anthony DiNozzo on JAG as well as NCIS. Since Alexandra started her career when she was just a teenager, she actually revealed that Weatherly was sort of a mentor to her. She said he would always give her great advice whenever she found something difficult and couldn't get past it. Alexandra even called Weatherly her godfather. When Alexandra was pregnant with her daughter, Weatherly's wife, Bohanna Yankovic, actually helped Alexandra organize her baby shower. Lastly, she's appeared on American Horror Story many times. During the first season of the show, Alexandra Breckenridge actually appeared as a recurring character on the show. She was even known as the Screaming Queen for a while, since she was so good at acting scared. She ended up leaving the show after season 1. But what many people don't know is that Alexandra actually came back on season 3 of the show and had a completely different role than the one before. Clearly, the producers of the show loved her acting if they brought her back for another role. That's a wrap for today's video. How would you spend Alexandra's money if you had it? Make sure to let us know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click the subscribe button for more videos like this one. We'll see you next time.